Welcome to the Business Spotlight podcast. My name is Kay Cote, and I'm your host for today's episode. And today on the show, I have Maria Harrington, owner of Champion Kids, as my guest. We're going to be learning about Maria's business, her journey to business ownership, best practices, and challenges that she's faced to give you that inside look to what it's like to own and operate a business. Welcome, Maria. So great to meet you. Thanks for being
Hi,
on the
you
show. Hi.
too. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Well, so excited to start out this Tuesday with you and share about your business. But before we dive into business, I want to share with my audience a little bit about you. So take us back as far as you'd like and share a bit about yourself.
So I've been in early childhood education for, oh my gosh, 34 years now. I grew up here locally in Austin, and so Westwood High School offered child development classes. And I was doing those classes my junior and senior year, which included like 2 to 3 days in class and then another 2 or 3 days in the public school setting. So I would go to pre-K and kindergarten classrooms and help out, and I absolutely loved it. So when I was 17, I ended up getting a job part-time at a local childcare facility right by Westwood High School, and really loved the field, knew that that's what I wanted to do. But to solidify that plan, I ended up getting pregnant my junior year of high school at 17 years old, and ended up having my daughter my senior year of high school. And so, voila, I just ended up staying in the field and working at a childcare center that my daughter could attend to so that I could finish my high school. Sorry, guys. So that I could finish my high school year at Westwood High School and still work at a childcare facility. So, long story short, something I knew that I wanted to do, something that I knew I was very passionate about, but I was kind of just forced to stay in it anyways because of being a young mommy. And yeah, so I ended up graduating high school and staying in the childcare field and worked full time and was a young mom and went to college and got my degree in child development. So kind of a success teen mom story. But I
Uh,
just love to share that with people because it's open and honest and raw, and it was super freaking hard. But I did it and I'm still in it, and I love it. So that's kind of how I got started and never left the field.
wow. Well, your life story is it's such a testament to, and it's such like an awesome, like the fact that you took what you were going through and made it work for you and found your
Yeah.
passion through it. So that's really cool, like especially for you as a person and as a business owner. So love that.
Yeah.
As a
Thank you.
mom.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, well, very excited to dive into, how you turned, you know, turned it into your own business. And so when did you start your own business, Champion Kids? Was it like shortly after you got through college, or was it a few years later?
Few years later, I ended up working in the private school sector. Um, Probably so my oldest, I have 4 kids. So my oldest is 33. And when my 25-year-old was in preschool with me, I was working at a private school that I was off and unpaid all summer. And so I kind of started 25 years ago owning my own business by doing a summer camp program for families that I already knew because they were wanting and looking for summer programs while the school year was out. And so that just worked out beautifully because I just called churches in the area and asked somebody, or like a handful of churches, are you willing to rent to me? I'm a private school teacher, and I would love to rent a few classrooms so I can host summer camp. And that just grew and grew and grew. And I did that for probably a solid 12 years. So I would teach private school and then all in the summer run my own summer camp business. So my first business per se was my summer camp program 25 years ago, and continued to do that for quite a few years. Um, Really, it was mind blowing because I was making in the summer what I would make all school year. as a
Right.
teacher. And
Hmm.
so I knew that owning my own school financially was the way to go, but I also wasn't sure if I really wanted the headache year round because it's really hard to be a business owner. You know that saying, it's lonely at the top. So, but I ended up eventually opening my school year round 7 years ago.
Wow, that's incredible. So 7 years ago, Champion Kids came into existence.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Actually,
absolutely.
9.
9 years.
seven
Okay.
years ago this summer, I bought and I own my own school building and property. But my first 2 years in business, I was renting from a church and we outgrew the church. And then I was able to buy my own school and property through the
Oh
growth.
my gosh. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's like very purpose driven and I love that. And so
Yes.
now Champion Kids, share a bit about what Champion Kids is. What kind of school is it?
Yeah, so we're a part-time preschool. We're faith-based. So if, there's a difference between, for people who don't know, like the early childhood preschool daycare world. So there's full-time childcare, big box childcare centers like Children's Courtyard or Kids Are Kids. And so those are full-time childcare centers that are open from like 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And so the half-day preschool world, a lot of them are faith-based and a lot of them are out of churches. And so I was working in the private school sector and in churches for many, many years. But I really just wanted to follow that model, but be privately owned. And so we're a half day faith based preschool program, and we are open from 8 to 3. So our school day is 9 to 2 with an option of an hour before care, an hour after care, and we follow the Leander ISD school schedule. So our schedule is beautiful. I feel like as an owner and as admin and as a leader and all my teachers who are so fabulous, right when we're about to burn out, it's time for a break. So it's great because then we get to replenish and refresh and come back.
Amazing. Well, I love what you're building. I think that's incredible just to see like what you're building and making it different. And so now with Champion Kids, I'd love to talk about like your employees and kind of like that
Yeah,
ownership structure. So are you the sole owner? Are there any other investors involved? Anything like
yeah,
that?
so owner.
Nice. Okay. And so let's talk about employees. Do you have how many employees do you currently have?
Yes, so we have 137 children enrolled, and we have 22 employees. We're all women, so we're amazing. I would say 50% of our staff have children that attend our school, and the other 50% of our staff have children in elementary, middle, or high school. So we're a bunch of mommies. That again, the schedule just works out perfect because they come to work 8 or 8:30 and they're off by 2, 2:15, 2:30. So the schedule is fabulous because I feel like my staff can still be the moms that they want to be. Like, and nothing against full-time working moms by any means, but I feel like the mommies slash teachers that are here because they want to be at home with their kids. And so this is a great way to work, earn an income, be in the field that you're passionate about, but still also be present and be there with your own children. So
Mhm.
we have a really great staff, 22 of us. It's a lot of estrogen. Um, but I have to tell you, I probably say this twice a year, but I tell the girls, I'm like, listen, not all of them are married, not all of them have children. They're all different ages. I said, but as a woman, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a friend, you're a sister. You have so many roles in life as a woman. And so life is hard, whether it's friendships or finances or your marriage, whatever. And I just really want to create a culture where we come together. And yes, I'm going to piss you off and you're going to piss me off. But like, let's forgive each other and have grace for one another and move on. I do not want this school to be a place of negativity
Mhm.
or ugliness or gossip. Like, I want this to be a place that we can love one another and give each other grace and move on. And it's no secret that in the early childhood preschool world, we don't make a whole lot of money. And so you can go get a job somewhere else if you're going to bring that mess to our school. And I just feel like that holy but hood concept. It's like, let's love each other. And if you can't do that, and if you can't forgive and move on, like just leave. And so
Mhm.
it really creates a culture for all of us girls to know, like, we might have a really rough day, but when it comes down to it, we're really going to be here for one another. So that's kind of our culture here.
Ah, that's incredible. I think that's so huge to like put that out there, especially when it is a lot of estrogen to just have that like, yo, this is who we are. This is what
Yeah.
we're about. If you're in, it's great. If not, that's okay. Like,
Yeah,
yep,
for
that's
sure.
awesome. I love that
We've been
culture.
so fortunate that everyone's in, and we have a really, really amazing staff. Yeah.
Good, good. Well, now I want to kind of dive into spinning off that question into the question of who is Champion Kids for? Obviously, it's for kids, but who is your target demographic or your target, like, who are you serving? Like, if I were to walk in your doors as a mom with
Yeah.
kids, how would I know I'd be a good fit for you?
It's really awesome how we meet a lot of families' needs because we have number one, the stay at home mommy that just because our school, you can attend 2, 3, 4, or 5 days a week. So you get to design your own schedule. Whatever schedule you design, that's a schedule for the full 9 months of school. But even if you're a stay at home mommy and you just want 2 days a week so that you can walk through Target in peace, like we're here for you, because it's a lot of work to be a stay-at-home mom and be at home by yourself with your child all day. I mean, you're
Mhm.
probably, you need adult interaction. So if you're here 2 days a week because you want to run through Target and have coffee with a friend and just have that mommy mental break, we're here for you. We also have, since COVID, so many people still work from home. And so we have so many families that actually do work and they work from home and they just need the kids out of the house and busy for, 5 or 6 hours so that they can get a majority of their workday done. So we have that. We also have families that own their own business. So again, they have the flexibility. They don't want or need full-time childcare, but they do need their kiddos busy during the day while they get their work done. So business owners, families that work from home, stay-at-home mommies slash daddies. We do have a couple of daddies that are stay-at-home daddies, and or a lot of first responders, nurses, firefighters, where they have a great schedule where they're like 2 days on, 3 days off, and
Mhm.
they just need some sleep, So, yeah, so we just a lot of different little niches that we have to meet families' needs. And again, because we're part time, we're a fraction of the cost of full time childcare. So I feel like a lot of families really make it work. On a financial standpoint, but also because they don't need the 6:30 to 6:30, so they just make it work. Yeah,
That's great because it gives that
yeah,
flexibility. And I mean, I thought of a couple
yes,
girlfriends of right now off the top of my head who would be like a great fit. Like there's a
yeah,
part-time and hybrid work situation and the
yes.
boys. And so, okay, so what age are the kids you're serving? Is it like 3 to 5, like
We
what's
do 12 months old, so one
okay.
year old, all the way to private kindergarten.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful. Okay,
yeah,
great. Okay, so now let's dive into, like you mentioned, it is lonely at the top as a business owner. So let's dive into sharing a bit about like what are some of the challenges you faced as a business owner. Just share with other business owners that they're not alone. So what's the
yeah.
challenge you faced with running your own business?
I think, yeah, lonely at the top is just such a great summary of not knowing the headache that's behind owning your own business. And yes, am I so grateful? 100%. Am I so blessed to be in a field that I feel like I'm giving to the community and to little, babies all day, and, giving 20 women a part time job that, maybe wouldn't be as flexible as we are. So I'm super, super grateful for all of that. But the headache of, when something happens to our septic tank and it's $7,000, or, the fire inspections, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was due 2 months ago. Like, how did I forget, And we actually experienced in July with all the devastation floods that occurred in July. we have a retention pond in the front of our school, and that retention pond filled up and our school flooded in July.
Wow.
And we did not have flood insurance because we're not in a flood zone. And we had to rip out walls 3 feet down in the entire building, which were about 3,600 square feet. So walls got ripped out all the way to the stud, floorings got ripped out, rugs, toys, furniture. Half was salvageable, half was not. And that was like $70,000 in repair that we did not have. I mean, I was knocking on every bank's door. I was like looking at, credit cards, which where I'm a very big Dave Ramsey. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am very fortunate that we got some bank loans and we were able to get some credit cards to help cover all the costs. But I have to say, the community surrounded us like unbelievably mind blowing people. I never do podcasts. First of all, it's my very first podcast. I never do Facebook lives. I don't do Instagram. I'm 51 years old and I'm not really good at all of that. And I wish I was better at knowing how to do that. But I was so enticed to share our story on Facebook, and the outpour that we had was amazing. So yes, being a business owner is a lot of headaches and a lot of what ifs, and how am I going to do this and how am I going to solve that, and how I'm going to put out this fire. But all in all, when you have the community that supports you, it was mind blowing. We had Amazon lists that were every day. I was getting boxes of Amazon off of our wish list,
Mm.
and gift cards that were coming in the mail like crazy, like just Lowe's and Home Depot and
Mm.
Amazon. And we had people that heard about our story, and we had like Bell County came and gave us cleaning supplies and gift cards, and this Leander Chamber gave us a small little grant to help, and we have somebody donate floors. I mean, it was insane. So yes, is it hard to be a business owner? 100%. Is it hard, like, when it comes to property taxes and it keeps increasing, and, how are all the bills going to get paid? But when you're loving people and when you're doing your job with purpose and with passion, it all pays forward. And I saw that happen when we went through the flood.
Oh my gosh, that is such a heartwarming story. Thank you for
Thank
sharing that.
you.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
the community really did come together. I'm so glad you got that support you needed
Yeah.
and
Our
guidance.
staff blew it out of the water too, because honestly, because we had summer camp, and so we found a church that we were able to rent from. So my assistant and my staff like made summer camp happen, and it was madhouse. But our parents didn't drop; they stuck with us.
Oh.
Our staff stuck with us, and I was here at the building every day repairing while the teachers and Miss Yahida were running the summer camp. And we made it happen. And if it wasn't for that, I think our doors would be closed, because there's no way I could fix the school and pay all the parents back for summer camp. So it just
Mm.
all worked out, and we're up and running and flourishing and doing great.
Good. Oh, I love to hear that. So what kind of like what was the timeline of repairs? Like, of course, the flood happened like July like 3rd, 4th in there. And then how
Right.
long was it until you guys were like
2 full months.
oh
Yeah, all of
wow.
July and all of August. So we got back in our building literally like August 28th, I believe. So 2 full months, day and night. My husband's a retired Travis County sheriff.
Mhm.
And he says I'm the worst boss ever. Because now he works for Champion Kids per se. Like, he's our maintenance guy, and he cuts our grass. And of course, he was here for all the flood repairs. And it was a lot. We're still married to this day. Like, congratulations, me and him. I mean, it's just really hard to rebuild this school on a really tight budget and try to make things happen. And but it was 2 full months of repair, and but we got it done, and it's so beautiful. Yeah.
Good. Ah, well, I love that. I love
Yes.
that you were able
Yeah.
to find that helps and support. And yeah, that's huge. That's a golden nugget of this conversation is that perseverance as a business owner
Yes.
no matter what industry, there's always going to be these kind of like
Yes.
these times. And so to pull through and be resourceful and also it
Yeah.
just gives a testament to what you're building and the community you've built
Yeah.
with your school and how you're giving to the community that way. So that's awesome that you were able to
Thank
recover.
you.
Of course. Well, now let's dive into our rapid fires. So
Okay.
rapid fire Q&A, I'm going to ask you four questions. Just answer very top of mind.
Okay.
All right. Question number one is what is a key to success for you?
Um, To-do list, writing things down because if it's not written, it's not real. Whether it's your goals, your to-do list, your budget, that's it. If it's not written, it's not real. Put it on paper. I'm old school.
Love it. I love it.
Yes.
Number two is what is a piece of advice you have for other business owners?
Uh, Open up a separate account and put money aside for your taxes. 100%.
It's
20%.
Mhm.
100% shaved off on the side. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. You do not want to fall behind in your bills. If an emergency happens, you want to have it there. And if you own your own property, taxes are going to keep going up. So when I first bought the school, 7 years ago this summer, my property taxes were 17,800. My property taxes this year is 27,900 in just 6 to 7 years. So
Mhm.
don't lose your business because you're not financially savvy and you're not being financially smart. Yeah.
Golden nugget. Golden nugget
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
Number three is what is it could be a book, a podcast, an article, just something that resonated with you recently.
Let's see. Well, she's not podcasting anymore, but I still listen to some of her old podcasts. Christy Wright, she was with Dave Ramsey, and she was a women business coach, but she recently just stopped doing that to homeschool her kids. But she's from Nashville, Tennessee. She was my business coach for many years, and so I still listen to some of her podcasts, but she's amazing. So I still listen to her, even though she's not a podcaster recently.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
And the final question, and feel free to take your time on this one. If I
Yeah.
handed you a magic wand and you could improve one aspect of your business for the better, what would it be?
That would be to, which I'm hoping will happen, but we are hopefully going to expand on our property and add two more classrooms. So that would be the magic wand poof magical gift is to be able to open up two more classrooms. So we own 1.4 acres. So we have a little plot of land that's empty. And so we're going through the city right now with civil engineers to see if we can get our plans approved. And that's it. So bank give me money, city say yes, and poof, it will happen because we need the space. We're at capacity with a wait list, which I'm so happy to say.
That's amazing. Well, I am
Yes.
also sending you good vibes for
Thank
that
you.
to come through, of course. So let's actually spread the word. How can people
Yeah.
connect with you and your business online?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram, Champion Kids. And yeah, I love when I go to little mommy groups, whether it's Cedar Park moms or Liberty Hill moms, Leander moms, and people ask, hey, do y'all know of any part-time childcare facilities or Mother's Day outs? And our name pops up all the time. So I'm so grateful. Our growth has totally been word of mouth. We do zero advertising, zero. It's all been word of mouth. So for all the mommies out there that know us and trust us, thank you so much for just sharing Champion Kids with other mommies because words out of mommies' mouths are very powerful, good or bad. So I'm glad that we have been on the good word of mouth list, and we are doing awesome. We're rocking and rolling. So connect with us. We're right on Crystal Falls. We're off of a major street, and come by and see us, tour us. If you know a mommy that needs a break or if you're working from home and you're ready to get your little one in part-time school, we're here.
Well, thank you for sharing that,
Thank you.
Maria. For our final question today,
Yeah.
what is most inspiring to you today?
Well, being a Christian-based school, yes, the academics are important. Yes, social skills are important. But being a Christian-based school, putting the seed of Jesus in their hearts and knowing that that's never going to leave them, because once they leave us and they go to public school, private school, wherever they go, homeschool, I just know that what we're instilling in them in the early years is so crucial and so important, and it's never going to leave them. And so I'm so proud of us being able to do that. It's so sweet, and I never take that for granted.
I love that. Well, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for sharing your story. It's been such a
Yeah.
fun time talking to you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great day and a great week.